Hello traders, welcome to today's video. Bitcoin update for you on, what is the day? It is Tuesday the 5th of December. Bitcoin once again around about that 42k level. So we did have that move up last night to take out the first highs that we got. So remember, as soon as we hit that 42k yesterday, this was where we saw very much the perps led move into 42k after the spot buying that we'd seen to start off the week. We then had that perps move, and then we had that correction that came straight afterwards. Altcoins getting a lot more wrecked than Bitcoin did on that occasion. It was just a lot of profit taking from 42k after that final move up. Then what we did, we came down just to tap into the single prints here. So it was a very straightforward, simple day to trade. Actually, after given the circumstances, with an enormous move up to begin the day, you have this situation where you have a very strong trending day. You create single prints, and what do you want to do? The first time you test into single prints, you want to then take a long position, and you're expecting continuation from that point. What we also had from that was our VWAP. So trending day, strong day, move is going up. It's in an uptrend. You come down, fill in balances, test the VWAP, continuation higher. So overall, yeah, like I was saying, a relatively straightforward day in which to take a trade yesterday. We had that move down. We were kind of hoping for this move here to be a little bit deeper. So I was doing the the live stream last night, and we were looking for a bit more of a move down to that 41,600 to 41,500, which is actually what we've done this morning. However, this just continued just to power on through to take out the highs once again. So looking at this today, okay, we're still clearly in an uptrend. We're still accelerating to the upside. However, there are some levels that I am interested in. Firstly, we've just found this like local resistance here. Okay, so where we had the daily open, a nice move down on daily open to take once again internal liquidity, fill the next single print that we had on the chart, and come into our previous day VWAP close, and also what is now our weekly VWAP. So still holding a support here, getting that bounce there, and then just seeing a bit of just sideways nothingness for most of the session so far. Now, what I would like to see today would ideally be a move up to take out this daily open, and then you come into imbalances above here, taking out these highs, golden pocket, and then that could potentially lead to an opportunity to go short. And yes, we're still in an uptrend, but there is the possibility that you could get a short position. This could start to form a bit of a head and shoulders here with your, like that type of thing, downsloping, upsloping neckline, and then we get the opportunity to break down, and your next set of single prints and imbalances are down here. Now, what we've seen so far this week is weekly open was no wick to the downside, just a big move up. So that's going to be a big level for when there is an eventual correction from this. So weekly open there at 39,978 or 40k basically. And then your previous week high comes inside these imbalances here. And what we also have today is a daily open with no wick to the upside. So if this can get a move, something like this, that would be really quite cool. That would be pretty dangerous for a lot of the altcoins that sold off already yesterday. I would anticipate a bit more range bound here, looking at price to come up, looking at a corrective move, and then because we're in an uptrend, there's every possibility that although we're looking at a little correction here, I have taken a short off of the SFPF of this high. So I got short from around about 42 300 just below. And yeah, still holding that short for now, but everything right now is suggesting, like we've seen previously, this is a very healthy uptrend. It's got very steep. We've been speaking about this for quite some time, but the market can remain irrational like this for much longer than most people expect it to. And yeah, if this trend continues, we have liquidity up here at 43k, and then we're looking at that 46 and 48k as the next targets to the upside here. So overall, pretty decent start to the week that we've seen here. Nice correction so far, but it doesn't look like we're seeing a massive rejection or anything like that at this stage. It's just corrective and up right now. Going on to exo charts. So if we open this up, we can see since we came up to that 42k initially, open interest has dropped off. So actually from short positions just closing out within this whole range and getting liquidated and then closing, we've seen open interest start to chill out here. So I would imagine that we start to build those positions back up before we see another massive move in either direction. And what we have here, if we're looking on AgriTrade, is a situation, like I said yesterday, big spot selling, so big profit taking when we first hit 42k. So as soon as we hit that 42k level, spot just sold off. All right, lots of profit taking going on here. 42k is just a big level overall. It's a very important level. I'll go back to my chart in just a second and show you guys on the macro. And then what we had on this second move up, so we had the perps driven drive to 42k, spot selling after that across the board, altcoins especially. And then we had that other sweep of the highs. Because we're already in a trending day, we're expecting those highs to get taken once again. There was resting liquidity above these highs, and they then got taken. And we had then the divergence. Okay, you can see perps, CVD making a high and then making a lower high here, whereas price made those higher highs, and we're since seeing a pullback from this once again. So if we can get a move back up above that 42k area, take out the daily open, then that would look pretty good to me. Just to explain to you the 42k level and why it is important. Okay, so if anyone watched the live stream yesterday, you'll know, but it's the 0.5, so it's a 50% retrace from our all-time high to our FTX crash lows. And then it's just been a very general, important SR level throughout the entire previous cycle that we've been on. So if we just stretch this out and we have a look at where 42k has come into play, it was this high, you then break through it, support, resistance, 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 support, support, and then you're trading around here. And then it was at this point last May where we had that big crash, April, May last year, where 42k got lost. You had that sweep of the highs, you drop back down below it, can't get back above that level, and then that creates the eventual capitulation run of the, well, that was essentially our bear market right there, wasn't it? Before we then go into the new recovery and rally that we've seen off of the lows. So 42k is a significant level. There is a lot there for sure. If we have a very quick look here on the internet, we can see funding's relatively neutral again today. So we got a bit tasty on the funding yesterday, not to scary levels, but it went kind of high. I quite like, there was a tweet yesterday from Awawat, the elephant man on Twitter, the elephant guy. He was like, why is funding looking so scary? Why is it all red? And then within a few minutes, CoinGlass adjusted it to make the less scary red and then the more scary red if it's above 0.05. So yeah, a nice little change this has had here. You can see where it's like neutral, bearish, bullish, that kind of thing. Funding rates are relatively normal. And then if we're looking at our liquidation heat map, there's not an awful lot that's really around here at this stage yet. So I would say an increase in open interest, start to see this build up. We're getting a little bit of a cluster around 41, and then we're starting to see short liquidations build up, but we're not going to get a move higher realistically until these short liquidations start to increase more significantly. So yeah, let's see what the rest of the day brings. Let's see if we can get that build up in open interest again, and that can give us the fuel for the next move. I'm going to wrap it up there. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Please make sure you give this a like, subscribe if you have not done so already. And yeah, thank you for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.